Swaha, Narayana Swaha, Narayana Swaha, Narayana Swaha, Indraya Swaha, Indraya Swaha. Each year, over 3 million pilgrims travel to the Kalikamata temple on the summit of Pavagad Hill in the North Indian state of Gujarat. Hindus believe the Pavagad mountain is where the Hindu goddess Sati's big toe fell after her death. It's one of their holy sites. But most of the pilgrims are unaware that as they climb up the winding path to the shrine, they're passing through an area that's home to one of the wonders of India's architectural heritage, dating back over 2,000 years. It's the ancient city of Champaner, also known as the Forgotten City. The city was so far off the map that the area was dynamited with impunity for gravel for road building. Local architect Karan Grover led a team determined to see it stopped.
You have the hill which sort of encompasses the city, and you can see those incredible interventions where there was this dynamiting for quarrying for these mines. There were over 114 mines. It took us about 20 years to get that mining to stop.
The site of Champaner covers 6 square kilometers with over 115 separate structures ranging from mosques to ramparts to granaries to a mint. For his work helping protect the ancient city of Champaner, our heritage hero, Karan Grover. 50 kilometers away, the bustling city of Vadodara, where Karan Grover has his architect's office. He's spent the past 30 years devoting his spare time to preserving Champaner. He's been so effective that in 2004, the ancient complex was added to the World Heritage List. For Grover, there was an unexpected dividend. Taking inspiration from Champaner's builders, his architectural practice has adapted their designs for modern, eco-friendly buildings.
I believe that the architecture of our studio is driven by the buildings that I have seen in Champaner.
Karan Grover says he is constantly being surprised by the innovations of his forebears, who designed and built Champaner. A main gate on the Machi Plateau fort had a nasty surprise for unwelcome visitors.
The slits that you see on this curved wall are the only clue that a building exists beyond it. And here is the genius of the master builder. The wall inside is a different curvature from the buttress outside, and in between these two walls is this garrison of soldiers waiting to slaughter the enemy. So this is this very, very narrow entrance to the secret chamber between the two curved buttress walls with differing radii, hiding, concealing very skillfully this secret chamber where the soldiers waited. Whoa! Oh, it's full of bats in here.
This mosque, built in 1508, is one of the many buildings that illustrate the use of screens, or jalis, that have now become a feature of Grover's work.
These screens have a very special role to play in buildings of this kind of climate. When the hot air passes through these screens and expands, it cools. And that's why you find that in places like this pavilion that we are in, is much cooler than the temperature outside.
It's a phenomenon not identified in Europe until 1797, when scientist Giovanni Battista Venturi lent his name to what has become known as the Venturi effect. Grover is now focusing on building public awareness throughout India of the beauty and value of Champaner. He believes the millions of Hindu pilgrims visiting Kalikamata temple could be key allies in its preservation. A fellow Champaner enthusiast, Gansham Joshi, a teacher by profession, shares that view.
Every year, 3 million to 4 million people, they are coming. But Most of them, they have only purpose to go to the temple of goddess Kalika, they pray them and go to back to their home. Only few of them see these all monuments.
But we come only for religious purpose because Adi Shakti is a mother of all the powers.
When all of us come here, our wishes are fulfilled here.
I've come here because we are here for picnic.
Today, Johar Sarkar, India's Secretary of State for Culture, is visiting the site. It's his first time. It's a big coup for Grover, and he is not wasting the opportunity.
We haven't been able to market our history the way it's done in the West. We have to make it more interesting, more relevant. We have to make them more proud. For every person, every kid who's educated, we have one more ambassador for India.
You know, I cannot tell you how often in those 30 years I almost felt to say, to hell with it. You know, enough is enough. And then something would happen. You know, I remember being allowed to go through a red light, and the policeman came to me and said, look, don't wait, go. You're doing so much for Champaner that I don't want to waste your time at this red light, so you can break it. And we then realized that we were not alone, that this campaign had reached the heart of the everyday man, and in his own way he was following it.